There's a great description of Christ followers in the New Testament in the book of Acts. Let me give it to you. Acts 17:6. These are they who have turned the world upside down. Isn't that cool? These are they who've turned the world upside down. And I love it in another translation. It's where I get my title from. These are the men who have recklessly put society on its ear. I love that. Who have recklessly put society on its ear. Now, I don't think I'm able to put society on its ear, but I think I can make a difference in my family and then a couple of other people. Just a couple other. See, if the only people you're interested in being Jesus with skin on are to your family, and that is the most important part. We all know that. But if it's only my four and no more, I got to tell you, there are too many zillion people out there who have no real family, not in the real sense. And so, gosh, I would love for you to take a run. Have you ever heard of a guy named D.L. Moody? He was this epic man of God, lived several decades ago, great preacher, evangelist, won more people to the Lord probably in a week than I will in my whole lifetime. And here's the backstory about what propelled him into his life of purpose. Because again, Tozer said, it is not what you do that makes your work sacred, but why you do it. Yeah. Do you hear that? So you can have purpose if you're a garbage collector, a doctor, a school teacher, a homemaker, because you're saying, I want to do this in a way that honors Jesus Christ. And D.L. Moody was walking, he was a young teenage man, he was walking the streets of Chicago in kind of the rough area of town. And history says that he heard a storefront preacher who's nameless. We don't know who the guy is. Lots of the most important things have been done by nameless people. And he heard that guy say, the world has yet to see what can be done with a man or woman totally surrendered to Christ. And he said he walked past, he stood at the back, listened to the nameless preacher, walked past, and he thought to himself, that guy didn't say with somebody who was good looking or talented or intellectual. That guy didn't even say somebody who had a real cool personality, verbal skills, or who was sinless. That guy just said, Jesus has yet to be able to have the man or woman who's totally surrendered to his claims. And he said these echoing words, by the grace of God, I, D.L. Moody said, will be that man. Gosh, does that make something stand up on the inside of you? Yeah. I want it to. For real, I want it to. Some of us have heard one too many messages on purpose and haven't tried hard enough to live any of them. Purpose is not this thing you find magically. Purpose is something you make for your life. And everybody who's great leadership-wise, whatever you want to lead, knows that you've got to decide to give purpose to the pain you have in your life. Because you will have pain. There's a promise. You will have pain. You've got to assign it purpose. And so on this run, I love this quote by William Jennings Bryant. I doctored it up a little. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. Destiny is not a thing to wait for. It's a thing to savagely hunt down and devote a lifetime clawing to achieve.